Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not surprised that COVID jumped up over 100,000. And it's going to go beyond that because think about all these people that just went out and voted and they were exposed to folks, whether they knew they had COVID or not. But this story that I'm about to tell you is a poll worker knew they had COVID, was fully aware that they had it, and they went to work on election day. And shortly after that, this person died. So this came out on the Washington Post, November 6, 2020. Less than a week before Election Day, an election judge supervisor in Missouri who was scheduled to work the polls got coronavirus. So she got a positive test at a private lab on October 30th. So she knew days before she even went to this poll and worked, which she really should have isolated herself at that point in time and still should have been in isolation during election day. Instead, the unidentified St. Charles County, Missouri resident showed up and worked the polls on Tuesday. She died soon after. The St. Charles County Department of Public Health revealed Thursday. As of late Thursday evening, the woman's exact time and cause of death was not known. Mary Enger, a spokeswoman for the St. Charles County, told the Washington Post authorities have not made the woman's identity public. Okay, so how many people did she expose herself to? You know, so she had to expose herself to other poll workers and people that were coming in there to vote. Nearly 2,000 voters cast ballots on election day, and this was at Blanchett Park Memorial Hall polling site where the woman worked. But it's unclear whether any voter might have had direct contact with her. We don't have any idea how many people would have had contact with this person, Inger told the Post. Some St. Charles County residents who voted at the polling place told the St. Louis Post-Dispatch that they were angry and concerned about the potential exposure. For me to show up and do my civic duty and to be exposed in that instance when I have been careful, Maggie Polmeyer, a St. Charles doctor and mom, told the Post-Dispatch. I am completely irate over this. In the past week, the number of new daily reported coronavirus cases in Missouri rose about 20.6%, according to the Post Coronavirus Tracker. On Thursday, Missouri reported 3,553 new cases, the highest spike in cases in the state has witnessed since mid-October. At least 196,576 cases have been reported in the state since February, according to the Post Coronavirus Tracker. At least 3,106 deaths have been reported in that same period. As a supervisor, Inger said the woman would not have been typically in charge of activities that require close interactions with voters, such as handling tablet distribution, styluses, and checking voter ID. But the voter who experienced issues with their registration would normally talk with an elected judge supervisor, like the woman in this case. St. Charles County Director of Elections. Okay, wow. Epidemiologists have begun contacting the other 9 election workers who were present at the polling site that day, Inger said, and advised them all to get coronavirus tests Contact tracers are also in touch with the woman's relatives to determine how many places she might have visited before testing positive. Inger told the Post that she was unaware whether any voters who attended the polling site that day were presenting any symptoms. Yeah, well, if you work there, you really wouldn't have no way of knowing that. On Sunday, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention published new guidelines noting that those who tested positive for coronavirus could still cast their ballots in person, as previously reported by the Post. Voters might have the right to vote regardless to whether they're sick or in quarantine, the CDC says on their site. Under federal law, turning someone away from a polling site is considered illegal and an act of voter intimidation. But this was not the recommendation for poll workers. Another guidance document updated by the agency last week advised sick poll workers to stay home. Poll workers who are sick, have tested positive for COVID-19, or have recently had close contact with a person with COVID-19 should stay home, the agency guidance said. At first, St. Charles County election official told poll workers they would not be required to wear a mask on election day. The Post-Dispatch reported in September. The paper reported the election officials also told poll workers in a leaked email to act surprised if voters inquire why they were not wearing masks. But the county walked back that advice after blowback. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is not good. But I'm not surprised. If you remember, I did a video on people sending their children to school with coronavirus and knew their kids tested positive and sent them to school anyway. People, they will do this in a heartbeat and they don't consider anyone else. How do you know when you make that decision to go somewhere sick that you're not around somebody with a pre-existing condition? Someone that might have heart problems or have diabetes or may have some type of issue that would make coronavirus deadly if they were to catch it. It obviously was deadly for this poll worker. She died. To me, what a selfish thing to do. Y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.